cash, which I would need in abundance Friday night. I guess that's enough time. And now I had nothing but time to spend in the dullest airport, Baltimore Washington International, in the dullest suburb, Linthicum, on the whole eastern seaboard. Going home was not an option. Light rail had stopped running, and I couldn't afford the $30 cab fare back to North Baltimore. Besides, I had to be in line at 5:30 a.m. to guarantee my seat, and that meant getting up at 4 a.m. If I stayed here, at least I couldn't miss my flight. I wandered through the ticketing area, but it was dead, the counters all on the verge of closing down. I nursed a beer, but last call was 11 p.m., and I couldn't get to the stores and restaurants on the other side of the metal detectors because I didn't have a boarding pass. I stood by the stairs for a while, watching the people emerge from the terminals, their faces exhausted, but happy because their journeys were over. It was almost as if there were two airports: departures, this ghost town where I was trapped, and arrivals, with people streaming out of the gates and onto the escalators, fighting for their baggage and then throwing themselves into the gridlocked lanes on the lower level, heading home, heading out. I should be doing the same thing myself, 400-some miles away. My plane would be touching down by now. The guys would be looking for me, ready to go. I tried to call them, but my cell was dead. That was the kind of night I was having. I stretched out on one of the padded benches opposite my ticket counter and essayed a little cat nap, but some old guy was pushing a vacuum cleaner right next to my head, which seemed a little hostile. Still, I closed my eyes and tried not to think of what I was missing in Boston. The guys would probably be at a bar by now, kicking back some beers. At least I'd make it to the major festivities the next night. It hadn't been a complete lie, the wedding thing. I was going to a friend's bachelor party, even though I wasn't invited to the wedding proper. But that's just because there's bad blood between the bride and me. She tells Bruce I'm a moron, but the truth is we had a little thing when they were sort of broken up junior year, and she's terrified I'm going to tell him. And also I think because she liked it, enjoyed old Andy, who brought a lot more to the enterprise than Bruce ever could. I'm not slagging my friend, but I lived with the guy for 4 years. I know the hand he was dealt physiologically. Behind my closed eyes, I thought about that week 2 years ago, how she had come to my room when she knew Bruce was at work and locked the door behind her, and without any preamble just got down on her knees and... "Are you stranded?" I sat up with a start, feeling as if I had been caught at something, but luckily I wasn't too disarranged down there. There was a woman standing over me, older, somewhere between 30 and 40, in one of those no-nonsense suits and smooth back hairdos, toting a small rolling suitcase. From my low vantage point, I couldn't help noticing she had nice legs, at least from ankle to knee. But the overall effect was prim, preternaturally old ladyish. Yeah, they overbooked my flight and I can't get another one until morning, but home's too far. No one should have to sleep on a bench. A single night could throw your back out of alignment for life. Do you need money? You probably could get a room in one of the airport motels for as little as $50. The sleep-in is cheap. She fished a wallet out of her bag, and while I'm not strong on these kinds of details, it looked like an expensive purse to me, and the billfold was thick with cash. Most of the time, I don't angst over money. I'm just 23, getting started in the world. I'll make my bundle soon enough, but it was hard, looking at all those bills and thinking about the gap between us. Why shouldn't I take $50? She clearly wouldn't feel it. But for some reason, I couldn't. No, because I'd never repay you. I mean, I could. I've got a job, but I know myself. I'll lose your address or something, never get it back to you. She smiled, which transformed her features. Definitely between 30 and 40, but closer to the 30 end now that I studied her. Her eyes were gray, her mouth big and curvy, fuller on top than on the